Yes, this is Jerry Harris. I want to fully endorse the SPRB radio podcast with 10-Star General and Cheryl Mango. You won't be disappointed. Check it out.
This is DJ Maestro out of London, and I fully endorse SPRB radio podcast with 10-Star General and Sharon Mango. Check them out. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
Greetings, my name is Freddie Green. I'm from Nigeria and I fully endorse the SPRB radio podcast with the 10-Star General and Sharon Mango. Trust me, I know you will not be disappointed. Respect.
This is Jojo Mack, and I always tune into the SPRB radio podcast with 10-Star General and Sharon Mango. If you love a good conversation, you should too. Check it out.
Today is a new day, oh, and I'm thankful. No time for regrets, no, but I'm hopeful. So many didn't get a chance, nah. So be grateful. Hey, things might not go my way, but me not complain. Life is a blessing, me I stay thankful.
Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown, and I full DOS, the SPRB radio podcast with the one and only, the one and only 11-Star General. What?
Mr. Brown, did you not read the memo?
Yes, I got the memo.
In fact, did you not read the script at all?
Yes, I read the script.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. Where is it?
The script is on your desk.
Sure. Tell me about if I read the memo and if I read the script. It clearly says here, you're fired.
I don't care. I resign. You're not paying me enough money anyway.
Tech 2. Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown, and I full DOS, the SPRB radio podcast with the one and only, the one and only 10-Star General alongside the delightful and the delectable Sharon Mango. So remember me tell you, full Dawson, the SPRB radio podcast with 10-Star General and Sharon Mango. Interesting, informative and productive, you see me? Sistrin, please do not send me any more assistant that can't do the mathematics, you know. And as a matter of fact, we need to talk about my peer grade, because my peer grade has not changed within the last 3 fiscal years. And that need to change right now, or else me dip on strike. You see me, I say?
This is The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artists and more. Sponsored by JojoMadMusic.com.
Hello everyone, I am Pistol, and this is The Buzz. Professor Donna Hope says the United Kingdom's UK issuance of a visa to dancehall superstar Bounty Killer represents another opportunity for the genre to shine on the global stage. Bounty Killer was recently issued a UK creative work visa. A creative worker is someone who works in the creative industries, for example, an actor, dancer, musician, or film crew member. Bounty said, "I'm not stuck again. New album, new visa. It's a new arising like the phoenix." The DJ, whose given name is Rodney Price, has been unable to perform in major overseas markets for more than a decade. His United States visa was cancelled in 2010. He has also been without a UK CW visa that would allow him to work in the UK for up to 12 months within the creative sector. Hope, asked to comment on the development, noted that there is a strong desire for dancehall music and other related music there, and opined that the fans can't wait to see him. There's a serene yet celebratory essence that encircles Bermudian reggae artist Collie Buddz. Indeed, his fourth studio album, Take It Easy, was released on September 29th, catering to his psychological well-being. In order to function properly, our minds have to be strong and in the right place. Buds told Dancehall Mag, to keep ourselves positive and balanced, taking some time for ourselves is the key. With this album, I wanted to remind everyone that it is totally okay to do so. Put on your favorite tune, spend time with those you love, and don't let the negativity overwhelm and overpower your thoughts. You only got one life to live, so stay high, stay blessed, and make the best of it. End quote. The 12th track, Feel Good Project, packs affirming anthems to keep you moving forward. Tackling challenges, finding solutions, and a common approach to safeguard the future of reggae music on the European continent were the agenda items for a recent round of meetings organizers of 8 European reggae festivals in Spain. The call to dialogue was issued on September 6th, and the industry players gathered to discuss their mutual vision and future in the post-pandemic entertainment world after being struck by the pandemic and currently hit by the economic crisis and increase in costs caused by the war in Ukraine. The group of attendees looked for ways to strengthen each other and provide the European reggae scene with high quality and authentic festivals. Since the pandemic, new styles like Afrobeat, trap, and urban are conquering the new generation audience with strong marketing campaigns and replacing, in many countries, spots historically belonging to reggae and dancehall. This formed part of the reason for the conference. Born fighter artist Jah Shaka says he's numb. In his new song, released on September 25th, the embattled dancehall star has once again chronicled his strength and willpower to overcome adversities through his music. Produced by Now or Never and Fuss Nation, the song is Jah Shaka's first track since his brother David Messiah Clark was killed in Grand Spence, Kingston. The incident is the latest of a series of unfortunate situations surrounding Jah Shaka's family. In June of this year, the DJ was named in an investigation regarding the death of businessman Omar Romy Wright. He surrendered himself to the police with his attorney and was subsequently released after questioning about the June 7th murder. A month later, a motor vehicle belonging to Jah Shaka was attacked by armed men, injuring 6 members of his entourage. The entertainer narrowly escaped the attack. Since the song's release, the cream of the crop DJ has had an outpouring of support from fans. Jamaican R&B gets a new face with What Do We Know, a concept EP about love and loss from Kingston-based singer-songwriter Sarah Couch. The songs are a dreamy and emotional exploration of life, relationships, and self-discovery. Couch serenades listeners by bearing her truth over catchy and captivating rhythms produced by Chill Much More. Couch's mother, Suzanne, was a renowned jazz singer and caterer in Kingston. Her mother's influence of nurturing the soul through food and music emanates in Couch's ethereal sound today. I am Pistol, and that, my friends, was The Buzz.
That was The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artists and more. Sponsored by JojoMacMusic.com.
Now here's a song from our sponsor, Jojo Mac.
No games, no games. Oh, nine, nine, oh, nine. Oh, nine, nine, nine. Oh, nine, nine, oh, nine. Oh, nine, nine, nine.
If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll. I hope you're fueled up, ready for the terrain. I hope you're suited up, ready to take the reign. It's strength, no weakness, you must give everything. Don't forget the sweetness, it goes with anything. If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll. Oh, nine, nine, oh, nine. Oh, nine, nine, nine. Oh, nine, nine, oh, nine. Oh, nine, nine, nine. Oh, nine, nine, oh, nine. If you wanna play the part, you wanna keep your place, you gotta walk the walk, gotta step up the bed. If you slip and slide, you lose your place in line. If you want to stick around, you have to be down. If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll. Oh, night, night, oh, night. Oh, night, night, night. Oh, night, night, oh, night. Oh, night, night, night. Oh, night, night, oh, night. Oh, night, night, night. Oh, night, night, oh, night. Oh, night, night, night. If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll. Ooh, oh, you have to show. Show what you know. This is no game. This is no game. If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll.
Hey, what's up? My name is Reid, and I fully support SPRB Radio Podcast. Check in.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 10-Star General alongside Sharon Mango. Today we have a very special guest who's in the building. He's there live and direct. I do believe live and direct from Jamaica. Before we bring him onto the screen, let me just play one of these tunes because this is one of my favorites coming from Stranger Patsy, amongst many others. Take a listen.
Who are you that I should be mindful of? You run for refuge and were rescued. That's a fact. Then why lie and try to bite the hand that feeds you? Yes, the good you is after you.
As they say in the dancehall world, wheel and come again, my selector. Can them tune that sound nice?
Who are you that I should be mindful of?
Who?
You run for refuge and were rescued. That's a fact. Then why lie and try to bite the hand that feeds you? Yes, the good you do is after you. You could fuck up and up till you fuss. It shall be rough and tough on your side. So stop life, don't try to bite the hand that feeds you. All the good you do is after you.
I tell you what, there's one more track I do want to play, and it's this one. Take a listen. Bunny Strikely sent me this one. He said, 10 star, you have to bust this one for me, you know. Yeah, man. Bunny Strikely sent me this one. This is Stranger Cold.
When I get my freedom. Oh, when I get my freedom. Everyone will know.
Wheel come off, man. Me I tell you, Stranger Coleman, Jesus, it's great to see the icon in the building. How you
Yeah,
doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me. Yeah,
Woo, what a voice, what an icon, what a legend.
thanks.
Yeah, man. Meet my beautiful co-host down there in sunny New Jersey or rainy New Jersey. I'm not too sure what it's like down there. What is
Yeah.
it like, Shaz?
It's a good
Oh,
day.
you are muted, sir. Go ahead.
No, it's a good day. It's a good day because today's sunny. And you know why? Mr. Cole is here.
Yeah.
Listen to me, man.
That
It
is
is a
that,
blessing to have you here with us today. It's an honor, sir. It is truly an honor.
thank you very much. It's good to be here, you know, in your
Yes, of
sunny
course,
town.
of course. Absolutely. And you're in Jamaica there, sunny Jamaica, right?
Oh yes, it's very warm down here.
What part are you now? Where are you?
I'm in Kingston. Yeah.
All right. Nice and warm in
Kingston.
Kingston this morning. This
Yeah.
blessed morning. Amen. I hear that.
Describe for us what it is like down there in Kingston right now. Give us a little picture, cause we can't see it, but you can tell us about it. Tell us about Kingston, where you live.
Well, I was born and grew in Kingston, you know. So it's going to
Mm,
be a long story, but I make it short. Right now, it is very warm.
mhm.
I think it's the warmest year we ever have in Jamaica. To me, you know,
Okay.
maybe I have to contact these people who do the weather and let they tell me if it is. But for me
Right.
personally, it's very hot.
Right. Hotter than before. Global warming, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, yes. What was it like growing up in Kingston as a young kid?
Well, it was a lot of fun, you know. You didn't have
Mm,
so much killing and all of these things that is happening these days,
mm,
you know. People were more together and all of that, you know. But,
mm,
you know, while there is life, there is hope.
mm.
So
Right,
I'm wishing still for the best.
right, right. Tell us about family life. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, all that kind of thing. What was it like musically? All that kind of stuff. Did you go church? All them thing there.
Yeah, yes, you have to. And certain thing I hadn't forgot is when I was growing up, you know, you have to say your prayers in the morning and all of
Mm,
that. And when you get your food, you have to say your grace. And when you're
right.
going to bed, you have to say your prayers. So we were more under a more family thing, you know?
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, before we get into the nitty gritty, let me first and foremost say a big respect and a salute to Sharon Bentley Pike all the way down there in Germany. All
Yes, a
right.
good friend of mine. Yeah.
Yes. And she's the person who made this one happen. So, Sharon, big up your chest and enough respect.
Yeah.
All right.
More.
We also have people across the world in UK, DJ Maestro, bless up yourself, and also Beverly Nodes, bless up yourself, and anybody else on the outside who's logged in that we cannot see, bless up yourself. We
Yeah,
have the
definitely
legendary,
know.
iconic Stranger calling on the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you were sharing with us,
Yeah,
what it was like in Jamaica. Now,
yeah.
tell me about mom and dad.
Oh, well, my dad is a guitar player, not professionally, but he could make the guitar, very good one too.
Mm,
My mom, it's a church lady. None of
mm,
them really sing. But my uncle from my father's side, he was a professional guitar player. He used to play with Ernest Ranglin and all these guys. His name is
mm,
Gilbert Cole. And my brother,
mm.
name is Cuttings. He used to play Duke Creed #1 set as a disc jockey. And
Right.
my son, Squiddly Cole, is the drummer for Steve Marley at
Steve
present.
Marley. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
For Ziggy Marley, right?
he played for all of the Marleys. Yes, he's
Right,
been
right,
there for
right.
over 20 odd years now. Yes.
Right. Did well. So they said the apple not fall too far from the tree, right?
No. And then my littlest son, he is the one who set up this little thing for me to talk into you. He has his own
Okay.
little studio in the house here where he do his overdub and dub
Right.
plate, and he's doing his thing.
Right,
So
right.
that is where the family is at the moment.
Okay. And what was it like musically in the family household? Who were you listening to? Because I think that's the most interesting question I would have to ask you. What were you listening to on the radio if you had a radio? What was it like?
Okay. We used to have radio in Jamaica, and
Mm,
we used to listen to most of the American stuff,
mm,
before the Sky, the Rascal Garden, and the Louis Prim, and the Sheridan Lee, and the Fats Domino, and all these people. These
mm,
are the people music that used to be playing into the dance hall,
mm.
as they would say way back when. And
Right,
then we start making our own music, which is called the ska. And
right.
there it is, really.
So we started out with blues. Would I be correct in calling it blues?
Yeah, they call it blues or rock and roll, but it was mostly blues. Yeah,
Blues,
yeah.
right. So
Mm.
so who was out there, during the time when ska first came out? Are we talking about the likes of Owen Gray and who?
Oh yeah, you were talking about people like Owen Gray and Laurel Aiken and some more other guys, Alton and Eddie Mirrell and Higgs and Wilson. All
Mm,
of these people were before me. Yes.
right.
Mhm.
So now
Derek
let's go.
Morgan, yeah.
Derek Morgan. Okay,
Mhm.
right. So what did you want to become when you were in school?
Well, I really didn't have a definite project that I want to do and all of that. I was going to a comprehensive school where I was studying some chemical thing, like I want to go and sell in a drugstore and all of that.
Mm,
But
mm,
but,
mm.
but because of the music, I never get to finish all of that because I started the music very early. Mhm.
Right. And what inspired you to get into the music in the first place?
Well, the inspiration came out of my family. When I was growing up, I always see my uncle and my father playing the guitar, and I used to love to play around with it too. And
Mm,
then in growing up, I see my bigger brother start to play the sound system. He was a technician, so he was Duke Reed #1 disc jockey. So my love started around these people for the music.
okay.
Mhm.
Right. Sharon, chime in.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah,
your
yes,
your
Sharon
dad,
Mango.
that's right, the
Yeah.
original
I
man.
love mango, especially the black mango, the one that you can eat
Oh,
all the skin
yes,
and all of that. Yeah.
yes. I think I've
Salute
had
to
them
you, miss.
all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you
thank
very
you so
much for
much.
having me. Yeah. Thanks.
Yes, we're very honored once again.
Yeah. Yes.
So you saw your father and your uncle them playing the guitar. Were
Yeah.
you singing yet, or did you start singing in church?
No, I never sing in church, but I had was to go to church and all of that. But I always love music. It's
Mhm.
just like it's in my DNA, something like that.
Mm.
Now, you said it right. It's in your DNA. It's like you can't run away from it because you pass it down to your children.
No,
That's
like
true.
I always say, I'm not in music, because if you're in music, then you can leave it. But if it's in you, then you can escape.
Right.
So
Oh,
music is in me,
I like
really.
that one. You hear that? I like that
Lyrics.
right there. Oh my God,
For real.
lyrics. Wow.
Mm.
Okay, so then you start playing the guitar. Did your father teach you or did your uncle teach you?
No, I never get any knowledge from my father or my uncle. I just watch them, and I used to take up their guitar when they're not looking and try to ping some little thing for myself. I really am not a professional guitar player, but I can hold a few chords.
I see. So when did you realize that this is what you wanted to do? You was like, it's gonna go into music because you said you got into music early.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, what really inspired me, I used to be around some other younger boys, because in the early days in Jamaica music, there wasn't any big people really making music. It's the our little boys like Delroy Wilson, Errol Duncan, Dennis Brown, all that, and Ken Boothe, all of these guys were some little young people. So
Yeah.
during the early days of music, and when we listened to Alton and Eddie and Muriel and Higgs and Wilson and all of these things, and these records started playing the radio and all of that, a lot of us as younger people start to get into the music and start to do things. And for me personally, I thought more or less that I could write songs. So one day I got my exercise book and I started to write songs. And I wrote about 5 songs that day. And during my time going to school, my friends, they know that I was singing and all that, because I sing for them all the time. So they at the end of the year breaking up at school, so they put up my name to sing, which I didn't expect. And the teacher said, Cole is gonna sing a song for us, but there were more than one Cole in the class. So when I look around, the next school says, "You man, you them strong sing." So I went up and sing one of my favorite singers, so a man called Jackie Edwards. So
Lord.
I went up and I sing Jackie Edwards, "Tell Me Darling," and I get an applause. That was my first audience. And then they said, "Sing one more, man, that's good." And I sang another Jackie Edwards called "I Know," and I got 2 ice cream. I think
What?
I have a documentary now called Rocksteady, the Roots of Reggae, which I spoke about 2 ice cream. So my son, my friends told me that I'm good enough to go to Mr. Reid. And because my brother was playing the sound and all that, it was much easier for me to get in. So I went to Mr. Reid one Sunday, and him said, "Send him cuttings like a brother. I'm not going to hear him, and I went in there and sing a few songs. And then him said, "But you can sing, but I have some bad singer, Monty Morris and Derek Morgan."
Right.
He said, "Tell you what, I'm going to give one of these singers your song to sing and put your name on it as the writer." And that was my first opportunity. I was very happy for that. Well, that song came out. The title of it is "In and Out the Window," and it went number 1 by Monty Morris.
Right.
It went number 1.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Reid said to me during that time, "If you can write so much good song, I guess you can sing too." I would say I couldn't sing. So he said, "The next session coming up, I want you to sing a song by yourself and go and find a lady named Patsy and sing a song with her too." I did, and we went in the studio and made Rough and Tough and When You Call My Name. So that is the beginning of Stranger Patsy.
Tell me a bit about Patsy. Who is Patsy?
Well, Patsy used to be singing long before me. She used to sing with Derek Morgan. Yes.
Right.
And then Duke Reid coupled me and her together for singing When You Call My Name, and then we do a bunch of songs after that.
Right, right. So where do you head to from there?
Oh, I head right through the green light because here I am. Some of my friends them say I'm touring the world, but the world is a very big place. But
Right.
I go many places in the world because of this music. So
But
this is
but but
where I
but but initially from that studio, I mean, you made a huge impact. What impact did you create on the music scene? What were people saying at that particular time?
Well, when I made Rough and Tough and When You Call My Name, I think
Mm,
I was in the top 10 chart for more than 6 months because both songs went #1 back to
mm,
back, and all of that. So,
right.
this was great moment for me because Rough and Tough people, rude boys used to walk around and say them rough and all of that. And
Right.
that some ladies used to have hairstyle that they call it rough and tough and all of these things.
Mm, mm.
And those were the days of jukeboxes. So you could go on every corner and hear stranger chord playing. Yeah,
Wow.
I could remember that. Yes.
So
But
so
how
so
old?
so sorry, go on, Sharon.
Sorry, I just want to know how old were you when you wrote that first song for Monty Morris?
I,
Is it Monty
I
Morris?
was
Yeah.
about I was about 16 year old. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And
Wow.
don't ask me how old I am either, because I from I reach 50, I stop counting.
Listen, that's
Yeah,
exactly how you do it. That's
yeah,
exactly how you love that. But I
yeah.
had to ask you like how old you were because if you didn't even have an opportunity to do anything else. It was just your music, the songs
Oh
that you
yes,
wrote
oh
went
yes,
to #1. So that's
yeah.
amazing though, at such a
Oh,
young age.
yes, of course. And I made about 12 #1 songs in Jamaica, and many songs that went up in the chart and all of these things. Yeah. And
So
I'm
let me
still
ask
make
you, Lania,
yeah,
of course you are. Still a go on song. Love it,
yeah,
me love it, me love it.
yeah.
But let me ask you, when you wrote that first song and you were told that um we're going to put your name that you are the writer. Was your paperwork filed correctly for you to get your money for the #1? Because now the song's spinning all around, reach #1 everywhere, right? Did you see your
Yes.
money at that time?
No, there was no money. Well, the younger artists like myself, we wasn't singing for money. We were singing for the love of music. We just want to hear our voice and the sound system and the radio and all of that, and have many girls and all of these things. It wasn't a money thing, really. Yes.
Right, but I'm saying for the songs that you wrote,
Yeah.
were you compensated for those songs?
Oh yes, we always been compensated for do things, but in Jamaica we would say some monkey money. Man give you a little money for put
Right.
in your pocket and all of these things. So that's what it was at that moment. Well, the business has changed now. If you want stranger call, I'm not gonna kill anybody for money, but you're gonna have to give me some good money now. Cause I think I more or less have worked for it.
But you've been working for it from you were 16 years old. So I'm
Yeah.
saying nobody filed paperwork for you. I think at that time anyway, they didn't. If you didn't know, they wasn't going to tell you about the paperwork that you're supposed to fill out for you to get the residuals. After the songs hit, right?
Yeah.
But they'll give you a little money on the side, thinking he's
Yes.
young, give him the money. You're
Yeah.
supposed to
Yeah.
be paid handsomely. You're supposed to
Yeah.
be
Well,
paid.
after a while, when I get into the business and understand what is happening in music, then I had my own publisher and thing like that. I know how to go
Wonderful.
around, how to get my money. But in the early days, it wasn't about trying to get any money, period. Yes, but
Yeah.
later down
Yeah.
the road, I started to find a way how to get my money. I even have some people in the court right now to pay me some money and all of these things. So keep my fingers crossed.
Oh no, everything will work out. I think you did your time. We're here to give you your flowers
Yes,
for
of
the
course.
contributions that you have given us in reggae music. Like you have some classics out there, man.
Thank you,
So
man.
after Patsy Todd, what was happening after that? Like, where did you go
Okay,
from there?
after Patsy Todd, I link up with Ken Boothe, who was living in the same area that I was living in Denham Town, Kingston.
Okay.
And he used to come by me when I'm singing around. I would just around my house corner or in my yard. And then I and him would jam together because I discovered that he was a great artist at that time. And at that moment, I had like 3 #1 records, but I heard his voice, and he's just a great guy. So I decided to take him with me to Mr. Reid. So, and the first day I took him to Mr. Reid, Mr. Reid said, "Why me no want a boy there for sing for me, yeah, man? Him they look like him can sing." And I said, "Mr. Reid, it's me going to sing with him, He said, "Okay, if it's you and him going to sing, it's okay." So I and Ken Boothe do a song called Una the Stress, which was I and Ken Boothe first song together. And he become a superstar, Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
How does that song go? Sing a little piece for me.
On the Ken Boothe.
Yeah.
Una dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. 6 long years, you leave my arm. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, back to me. Oh, una dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. Years you leave me. Yes.
Wicked.
And then I move on and start to sing with an ex-man called Gladstone Anderson. He was one of Jamaica's greatest keyboard player. Bless his soul. Yes, so I went on and sing a next one with Gladstone Anderson called Just Like a River. That went #1 also. Yeah, so I'm kind of lucky singing with people too. I sing, and most of my songs I sing with people because I love to hear harmonies,
Yeah. Patsy, no, I was going to say Patsy Ellis. Hortense Ellis. Tell me about working with Hortense Ellis.
Okay. No, I know you know a lot, much more than me to it. I sing quite a few songs with Hortense Ellis.
Yes, I know.
And some other people, some beautiful songs. Yes. And I also sing with Alton Ellis too. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I am Alton Ellis sing a song and say, I've lost that love before. That man and I'm closing. Alton sing that one. And then I sing with Errol Dunkley too. We sing, You May Not Be a Movie Star. And there is so much. And I sing with Slim Smith and I sing with a bunch of people. But you never too hear the people who sing with the other artists. They only put one person name on the record most of the time. But a lot of us sing together, background vocal and all these things.
Right. So you sang on some of the original vocals.
Oh yes.
You see, and we don't get that kind of information unless we prize it out to you,
Yes, for sure. You only get it from the artists themselves, really.
Right. So you're saying, so mention the songs that you did vocals with, especially where Alton is concerned.
Well, I did vocal with Monty Morris. The techniques. Yeah, and Slim Smith too, just as Slim Smith.
Right.
Some of the songs them I don't really remember at this moment, but I've worked with a lot of people. The Eptones, you name it. I work with a lot of people in the industry. I even produce the Mighty Diamond first song called "Oh No Baby." Let's stop the diamond
Okay.
soul. Yeah,
Right,
Okay.
right.
yeah.
Mm.
My history is long like that, so
Yeah,
I stopped counting after I passed 50.
right.
Mm.
Yes. 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 So for a lot of these songs that you did with these artists, were you writing the songs or like where was the music coming from?
No, most of the time I just assist the other artists and their own compositions. Well, for me,
Okay.
Hortense Ellis now is a different thing. We cover some song and I wrote some song because professionally I'm a songwriter. Like 95 or more percent of my songs I wrote them. Really.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Tell me about Hortense Ellis herself, because that woman, to me, she is truly underrated, but to me, she is one of the greatest vocalists to ever come out, female vocalist to ever come out of Jamaica. Tell me a bit about your association with Hortense Ellis, who doesn't get enough credit.
Yes. Well, my association with our Hortense Ellis start before we start singing because she was my dancing partner. And I and her went to the Virgin Opportunity Hour as a dancer, and we run second that night. Stranger
Oh.
Cole and Hortense Ellis. So she was a friend of mine, and Alton Ellis, her brother. Cause we go in the same area, Trenchtown to be exact, you know. So I know her very well. I know her when she starts singing song like Down the Aisle and some big song and
Yeah.
mash the place and all of that. And when you say she's one of the greatest, I can assure that is true. Cause to me, she's the greatest. Yes.
Definitely, definitely. And we pray her soul to rest in continuous peace. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, Sharon. I'm just going to chime into your conversation as you go along. Yeah?
Yes.
Go
Okay.
ahead,
Yes.
Sharon.
And let's see. So with Hortense Ellis and then Miss Sonia Pottinger.
I was
Tell
going to
me
say that you cannot leave out Sonia Pottinger.
I want to
Yeah,
tell
you
you,
know,
I want to tell you the truth. I can't leave out nobody at all because
no.
in the early days, I sing for every producer in Jamaica. Everybody want a piece of Stranger Cole. So I sing for the Joe Gibb, the Randys, the Beverly Kong, Miss Pottinger, as you say. Oh, so many of them, you know. Jew Creed, Coxsone, Prince Buster, all of the Lee Scratch Perry. I sing for like everybody. Bonnie Lee, yes. And it goes on and on. Yes.
So that being
But
said now, most importantly, we like to know about the female artists that you worked with because as Ten Star said, a person like Hortense Ellis, like you knew her,
Yes.
as a friend. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like it was always business for you. Can't say that none of them was. Well, she was my little girlfriend, you know. Or these were all
No,
your friends. Oh yeah.
no, she was
Okay.
just my friend, you know. She
Mhm.
was so good and so many guys rushing at her. I didn't have a space to get in, but I liked her that much, really. But she was just
Yeah.
my girlfriend, you know. Yes.
Oh.
but let me come back to Sonia Pottinger, okay,
Yeah.
because she's known as the first female producer to come out of Jamaica. However, as far as my knowledge takes me, her husband was the man who initially started off the producing thing, right?
Yes, Mr.
And
Pot.
then she took over. Tell me a bit more about Sonia
That's right.
Pottinger and your association, please.
Well, when she came into the business, I met her. She
Mm,
invited me and Baba Brooks and Gladstone Anderson to her
right.
office, and she
Mm,
was talking to us about doing uh, um some recording.
Mhm.
Well, our first recording was done by Joe White, a song called Every Night, which was a big hit, you know.
Mm.
And then Barbara Brooks did a instrumental which they put on the B side of it.
Mm.
And then after that session, she she wanted me to sing with some song with Patsy. And
Oh,
then I and Patsy went ahead and sing a song called Give Me the Right, which went number one.
oh
And
yeah.
we did another song called Down by the Train Line with Count
Mm.
Ossie and all that, which went number one too.
Right.
So we do quite a few number one for Miss Patsy. Yeah,
Mhm.
nice lady. Bless her soul.
Right.
Mhm.
Amen. And did you ever encounter people like Bob Marley?
Oh yes, I grew with, but I knew Bob Marley before he sing one song. I know Jimmy
Mm.
Cliff before he sing one song. Toots and all
Mm.
these guys. And
Yeah.
the reason for that is because we used to hang out at a place in downtown Kingston where
Hmm.
we call Idler's Rest and all that, and it may be named by Bunny Lee and these guys. And
Right.
Kingston was the place for making records. So you would
Mm.
have all the people who is in music or want to be in music would come to
Yeah.
Kingston. So we all would meet at Idler's Rest and
Right.
Chancery downtown. Yes, that is how
Right.
I get to know all these guys before they start making records.
Right.
Mm.
So now your name is huge in the industry, riding high.
Yeah.
I believe you got to work with Coxsone.
Oh yes, I work with Mr. Coxsone and all of these people. I work with Mr. Coxsone with Ken Boothe, and we did
Right.
song like Artie Bell and World
Artibella.
Fair
That's
and some
right.
more stuff. Yes.
What
Mm.
was it like working with him?
Oh, it was fun, you know. Yeah.
Mm. How did you get to work with him in the first place? Were you riding high at the time when they said, "Come sing for me"?
Oh yeah, everybody
Mm.
wanted a piece of Stranger Cole at that time. I just finished having like three number one with Duke with, so
Right.
everybody wanted a piece of me. So it was easy for me to sing for Mr. Cox.
Right.
Hmm.
So, what kind of life changing moment was that for you as an individual who most probably you were just getting paid some Trump change, right?
Yes.
And so, how were you able to survive? And what kind of, if I can put it this way, what kind of life changing uh, moment was that for you in time?
Well, you know, I had a family and all that, or relatives should say, who take care of me because I was still a young man and all of that. So my parents, they would still give me food to eat and me have a roof over my head. So you know,
Mm,
it wasn't strenuous for me. And then my
mm,
little money that I get from my music, those money was good money in those days, you know. Yeah,
right.
give me all a £10 in those early days. I could have go downtown and buy shoes and shirt and enough
Mm,
things and still have change, leave and all of that, you know.
right,
Yeah,
right,
but it's much different now, you know. You have to be a millionaire to live in Jamaica, you know. I'm not
right,
really a millionaire, but I'm a citizen, so they let me stay.
right. Tell me something. Where did where would- how can I put it? How was your, I mean, who influenced your dress sense? Where did
Oh,
that influence or whatever
okay.
come from?
You're such a great man. That's why you are a 10-star general. Um, the clothes started when I was going to school, because in Jamaica when you're a young person, a girl or a boy,
Mm,
your parents always insist that you go and learn a trade. So
right.
I was learning tailoring during
Mm,
my time going to school and all of that. So the clothes
Oh.
dressing and all of these things come out of me knowing
mm,
about clothes through tailoring, you know?
mm.
Yes. So that is where it came from.
Okay, good,
Mm.
good. I tell you what, I used to watch because I have to say my father is late now,
Yeah.
but my father was a big fan. He was actually great friends with Owen Gray and a few others back in his
Yeah.
day.
He's a good friend of mine too, Owen Gray. Yeah.
Owen Gray, right?
Mhm.
And listening to all those greats, even Derek Morgan and
Yeah,
many of the
I
others.
don't cut you, but I sing with Owen Gray too.
Okay,
For Jet Star, and I sing with Derek Morgan too. I sing with Max Romeo too. And the
right.
list go. I just catching up on them, I sing with so
Yeah.
much of them, yes.
And I have to say, he was a big fan of you and many others,
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
when I reflect back, the dress sense, I have to go on about the dress sense. It was immaculate
Thanks.
with these pinstripe suits and
Oh yes.
oh
We
Jesus.
I can remember one of my first show that I did at the Carib Theater.
Mm,
I started burnish my shoes from the night before. Yeah,
mm,
because I still try to do that. Maybe not as much as when I was younger, but I try to dress properly,
mm,
But you
mm,
have to
Yeah.
dress. In those days, you have to do either you can sing good, dress good, or dance good, but you have to do something good. I think
mm.
I did all of that, really.
So where did you learn about the entertainment? How to, because now you're definitely you're going on stage a little bit more than usual.
Yes.
How did you? Where did your mindset come from in terms of I've got to go on stage, I've got to entertain the crowd? What was going on through your head, and how did that come about?
Well, for my head, it was a normal thing, because, like I say, I love music from that time. So when you call my name, I would say, I'm always ready, because
Mm,
that music thing is in my genes. And then
mm,
I'm not afraid of that. I'm happy to go. It's stranger call and I'm ready.
mm,
I never scare from I was a young artist, because I happen to meet a lot of artists. Them rehearse good, and the moment for recording or stage, they get jumpy. Which every artist have a little butterfly sometimes, but
right.
I try to forget the little butterfly. I know that I have to do it because I have my friends looking forward and my parents and all of that, and
Mm.
myself. So I always try to do the best I can without fear.
I
Yes.
read something funny about you, before I
Yeah.
hand over to Sharon
Yeah.
to say,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
me read something funny about you about how you came across the name Stranger Cole. You have to tell me
Okay.
that story.
Okay. I told everybody, but it seemed as if you didn't hear. Well, when I was born, I was told by my parents when I grow up that
Mm.
they called me stranger when I was born, and
Okay,
the reason for that, they said I didn't resemble anyone in the family, so they said
right,
this is a stranger. So when I
right,
came up
Oh,
and started to get into the music business, I thought
mm,
stranger would be a good name to put beside Cole.
right.
So and my real name is Wilburn Cole. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. And I love that story because out of Jamaica comes so many original, authentic name that you cannot deny. And
True.
Stranger Cole is one of them.
Thanks. Hmm.
Go ahead, Sharon.
Ten
Yes.
Star, Ten Star, I have to ask you a question, Ten Star, real quick.
Go
When is
ahead.
your birthday, Ten Star? When is your birthday?
The
25th.
26th of June.
Right,
Wait.
this man is 26th of June, right?
Yeah.
What?
So, yeah, Mr. Yes. So
And
you know
I'm
what happened?
25th.
Yeah.
10 Star's the 25th, you the 26th, and I'm the 28th.
Oh, wow.
You're the June lady.
We're all June, all of us.
Oh my, that's why I love you so much. Sharon Mango. I could feel it and I can feel June people. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are the best. I'm sorry if it's ever
In your bones.
to anyone. Happy birthday, belated.
Happy
Yes,
belated
likewise.
birthday,
Yes.
brother.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks.
yes. So I wanted to get that out the way because for me, I always, Tenstar knows, I always feel someone's spirit, right?
Yes,
You, because of the month that you were born, you just have
yes,
this. There is a thing about us that people are
yes.
drawn to. We connect very easy with people,
Yes, I know. I'm very
right?
spiritual, you know. I'm
Yes.
easy to love, really. Yeah,
It's,
yeah,
it's so I'm easy to love.
yeah.
Yes, sir, you are. And that is why it's just amazing that you have worked with the best of the best in the business. Like you literally crossed the globe and
Yes,
worked with people. People were seeking you out. I want to
yeah.
know, tell back to what made you go to England. I think that you lived in England for a while.
Just a little while. It was my first trip to England. I thought it was around in the early 70s.
In the
Uh,
70s,
it,
yeah.
yeah, it was around the time when Max Romeo did a song called Wet Dream. And then
Oh
all
Yeah.
of
my gosh.
yeah,
Yes.
all,
The golden
yeah,
sleep.
all
Wet
of us,
dream. Oh my God.
yeah, all of us went up from the Bunny Lee crew was in England at that moment, you know, and we
Mm,
had a big
mm,
show at the Lyceum Ballroom and all of these things. So
mm,
Mhm.
this is the first time I've left Jamaica to go to outside country, you know. And then
mm.
after
Mhm.
I went back home to Jamaica, and then I was asked to come and live in Canada by my uncle, and I took his thing, and I went to live in Canada for a while. I have a record store in Canada, which they said it was the first Caribbean thing to be in this marketplace called Jewtown in
Oh
Canada.
wow.
So I live in
Mhm.
Canada for a while, in America for a while, and in England for a little while. And now I
Mm.
live all over the world, really.
So
Yeah.
you must know my good friend Carol Brown.
Oh my, I sing with her.
Mm,
Carol
Yeah,
Brown, yeah.
that's a Jackie Me Too lady, right?
that's right.
Yes,
Of
yes,
course,
yes, yes.
people calling me stranger, but I am family. Yeah, I am
Yes.
family. And for us to on stage and all of that, you know, this lady, my friend.
Yeah, you have to say that again, because I think you are frozen.
Yeah,
Okay, you
yeah.
for a second. Say that one more time.
That's Coral Brown.
Yeah.
Yes, my friend, you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
Jackie Me Too lady.
Right,
Yes,
right,
Mhm.
right,
yes,
right, right,
and we sing together and stage and all of that. I heard the
right,
song like When You Call My Name and all of that. Great
right.
lady. Hmm.
You worked with Jackie Mitchell over the years, right?
Yes,
What
yes.
was that like? Because that guy, he's oh my god, you know what
No
I'm trying
joke.
to say anyway.
Yeah. Well, in Jamaica, to tell you the real truth, you know, Jamaica people is like that, you know.
Mm,
We don't care how great you is and all of that, you know. It's like Jamaica people don't accept you for who great you is. You're just another
mm,
person.
I'm
Because
with you.
even in the time of Bob Marley and a great man, and when he's out of the foreign country, you know, have so many people walking behind him, our bodyguard. And when I'm in Jamaica, I'm just walk free in the street and man that's out. Yeah, look, where you say Bob Marley? And say, yeah, man, Budgeon, man, I go down the road there. It's a Jamaica people has an attitude where they don't too glorify you for what you do. They just see you as another person. Yes.
Mhm.
That's the truth, and like you say, it was the same for Bob Marley.
Yes.
Outside of Jamaica, Bob Marley was a person whom they didn't rate. Nobody wanted to hear Bob Marley up until a certain time. You know
True.
what I
Yes,
mean?
for sure. For sure. For sure. Yes.
So Bob Marley really bust outside of Jamaica.
Yes, him bust outside of Jamaica, and because he
Yeah.
bust outside of Jamaica, it helped to bust many artists too. I
Mm,
think it's helping me too, you know. And just
right.
to know that I was around those times when these music was making,
Mm,
enhanced me really to be some kind of a
mm,
legend or what they would say. So
right.
I think Bob Marley opened the gate,
Right.
and let in a
So
lot of us.
you,
Yes.
you you mentioned something very important. You said open the gate, but even before Bob Marley opened that gate, right? You
Yes.
had people like Jimmy Cliff, and there was a next person, Desmond Decker, who
Oh yes,
also
man. Yeah.
were doing incredibly well way before Bob Marley even
Yeah,
touched
yeah,
that
yeah,
gate.
yeah. Yeah. All the
So
mill is small and I'm girly.
that's right.
Yeah.
So how did that impact on you guys? Everything that was going on round about them time there when we
Well,
weren't hearing of Stranger Cole.
yes, well, it impacted on us a lot, because we used to compete with each other. Everybody want to make a hit song and things like that. Even
Mm,
in the days of Prince Buster and Derek Morgan, it wasn't a physical thing really. Sorry to
mm,
say that some of these new artists is fighting each other. It was a
mm.
musical thing. We would try to make good music and the best one come out and top really.
Right,
So
right.
so that's the way it was in the early days.
Mm, mm.
Yes.
So you hit London because I want to go back to your London gig. I mean, when you
Yeah.
came to London, you toured. What were
Yeah.
people saying about Stranger Cole? Because your name is big at this point in time.
Yes, kind of too, but
And
like
don't play it down for me, because you're too modest.
like
He's very
like
modest. He's very modest.
I
Sorry, you say you make me have to come beat you up now.
no, yes, I love that. But that
Yeah,
is my nature.
I
I
hear you.
I love to hear
Yeah.
people talk about me and all of that. But for me personally, I don't really love to talk about me. I come right back to what I was saying about the Marley and in Jamaica. I still have that Jamaica thing saying, me are just stranger cool, man. You know?
Yeah, but we have to
And then
talk
I
about
cry,
you because this is your show, right?
Yes, Sam. Thank you, sir, for having me.
So I'm
And
gonna be I'm gonna be beating your drum for you, right?
yes,
So
please do. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So we want to know what people were saying. What were you
yeah,
feeling from the people in terms of because I want for years and years to come when people watch this back and they hear your name and they see your interview. I
yeah.
wanted to be able to hear words from your mouth of what you felt from the people when you were riding high in the charts because you was.
Yes. Well, I was having a lot of fun out of it, and I was happy to know that I could hear my music on the radio and then playing on the sound system and all of that. And I got quite a few little girlfriend running after me and all of these things. So it was
What? You see how we play that off.
so
Just
I,
drops
I,
it
I,
in there
I
like
I
that.
had a happiness to know that I've reached where I've reached at the moment. And I'm
Right,
still
Yeah.
thinking in that same frame of mind. I still
right.
feel happy for where I am and where I think I would love to go. Yes.
Right. Sharon, go ahead, Carl. Sorry, we grabbed the
Yeah,
mic from you.
yeah. I love the mango, man.
Nobody's
Sharon Mango. I will never forget that
thinking.
name. Don't feel any way 10-star general, because he's a general. But Sharon Mango, man,
Icon, because you're an icon, there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean?
yes. Okay, yes.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
Miss
Living.
Sharon.
Listen. Let me tell you something. I think you know the impact that you have had in the industry and a lot of people. But for you personally, do you understand what you have given reggae music and all other genres? Because there's a lot of people, I mean, your name is used everywhere, your music is sampled, you this. How do you feel at this present moment in time about what you have done, what you have contributed?
I'm gonna tell you the real truth out of my heart. I'm just
Mm,
grateful to know that I'm alive. That's why I go on
mm,
every show in the world and I always say to the audience, more life. Because I
Mm,
just feel like life is everything, really, for me. So
mm,
the way I feel, I just feel happy to know I'm alive. And that's it for
mm.
facts. Yes, true. Yeah.
mm.
No, I love
Mm,
that. That's respect
mm,
right there. Would you
mm.
say that back in the day, that camaraderie between artists and people were better than how it is now with how the industry is. Like, and for example, working with individuals, there was no argument, everybody respectful to each other. I feel that the camaraderie was better back then than it is now.
Yeah, well, everything changes, Things and time change because we have, climate change now and all of these things, So it's just quite a big difference from in the days when I start to make music to now. One of the best, the great thing that now artists is making more money, You can sing a hit song now and buy a house and all of these things. In my days, I couldn't even pay rent and all of these things. So you can see the difference within that time to this time. The connection with people is even get different, Like we have, I think we have the climate change and we have people change. And right now, because the earlier days artists were more together,
Yes.
I mean, you have a lot of great people still, but nowadays some of the artists them talk bad thing about each other and them want fight, and some of them fight too and all of these things, So it's kind of look different, and that part of it make me kind of sad, like, Yeah, because I think the whole thing should be like that's a family thing, and we love each other, help each other, Nowadays these artists don't even help one another. Them say a little guy doing a little thing, a big artist do him, take him in the studio and make him bust him and all of that. Like the whole thing becomes so selfish and all of that, So I just feel happy with my life and hold my corner, Yes.
Yeah. Well, that was gonna lead. That question was leading to the next one. Like, what do your opinion on the state of the industry now, as opposed to of the reggae industry? Yes.
Oh well, like I say, it's on the up and up financially. I can say that again. There's a lot of us who wasn't making some money in Jamaica. We are now touring all over the world and doing stage show here and there and all of that. So it's quite a different thing happening today. My friend them would say I take the plane like it's a taxi and all of that. But anyway, it's kind of cool with me, and so I just love to do what I am doing because it's like I asked God to give me these moments, and He granted me it with His life. So I'm just having fun.
Okay. So what I'm saying, not sure if you understood what I was saying, but there is a lot of contention. You answered part of it when you were talking about artists who were not helping each other. They kind of just, it's a selfish thing. It's like a lot of selfish business going on, right? But
yes.
The state of reggae music today and how some would say it's on the decline. Some
I wouldn't say. I think it's on the up and up because you see, I'm touring a lot now, more than when I was a younger man. And after the COVID thing that locked down the music thing, I locked down the world for the 2 to 3 years. After this time, it's like everything double up. I would go on many festivals around the world, and it's like more people is coming out to music. So it's in my views, it's not on the decline; it's on the up and up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that I do see that. Well, of course, I did. I knew you were touring. What I have found is that a lot of old artists have come back and are touring, and I think it's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. You know what I mean? Because we're keeping the momentum alive. You're keeping that momentum for good music alive. And as you stated, the COVID thing, since that happened, a lot of people now are looking for that good music, that feel good music. You know what I mean? And since they're allowed to come out now and go to the shows, I've been hearing so much. I mean, especially about you, but a lot of artists out there just coming back and just doing their thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Bringing it back to where it was. It's. How do you feel now, going out and doing these tours? Like, your energy is still up there. How is it?
Oh, it's like mango, you know? It's like sweet, you know? Oh, yeah. You see, when you get to do the thing that you enjoy doing, then it becomes such a fun, you know? To me, it's fun. I'm just having fun with me. And that fun that I'm having, it ricochet on my audience. Because I'm up there talking about life and dropping two legs and all of these things, and still feel like I am 16 and all of that. So I'm just having a good time. Yes.
I love the fact that you're touring the world, right?
Yes.
But tell me the last time you did a show in Jamaica.
Ah, I couldn't. It's a good
Let me
one.
drop the mic.
No, yeah, don't drop it. It's a long time
Okay.
I haven't done a show in Jamaica, really. You know, all my shows them is outside of Jamaica, really. You know,
And why is that? Why is that? What
because they don't have
Jamaica deserves to see the likes of yourself and many
Jamaica.
others.
Yeah, but Jamaica doesn't have many shows with people like me. You know.
And that should be the reverse. We
Yeah,
should be seeing
yeah,
more,
yeah.
because here's where the problem is. I bet you if you mention Stranger Cole in Germany, people will know your name. But
Oh, they
mention
know
that
me.
same name in Jamaica, they're gonna struggle with it, right?
Oh, that's trouble. They only know people like Vibes Cartel and all them people there. And, you know, the DJ, them and all of that. You know, because the younger Jamaican artists, them are children, are people. They're more inclined to the dancehall music, you know. The artists like me, my audience is in Europe and North America, Australia, Brazil, Mexico, even England, you know, all of these places, you know. So the people kind of resonate with the older artists in the outside country more than Jamaica, really.
And this is the reason why I bring up that, and the reason why I say that is simply because you're still showing that you can perform. You're still showing that you can do your thing on stage. You're still showing there's more life to you yet,
True.
right? So why not show that to the younger ones in Jamaica so they can have that history lesson, yeah, of how far you've come, what you've done in the industry, so that when we do mention Stranger Cole, your name is not strange.
No.
No pun intended, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really know, but it just doesn't happen in Jamaica, you know? Yeah.
And let me just say something. I mean, DJ Miso says Stranger Cole is one of the foundation of reggae music, and that is very, very true. And my thing is, if you mention Stranger Cole in Jamaica, I wonder how many people will be familiar with the name Stranger Cole.
A
Yeah,
lot of people familiar.
of the younger generation.
Yeah, a
You
lot of
understand?
yeah. The younger people don't know me that much, but a lot of
Mm,
Jamaican people know me because my music play in Jamaica like on a regular basis. You have radio
mm,
station who really play vintage music and all of that all the
mm,
time. So you can hear me on the radio a lot of
mm.
time in Jamaica, but not performing really.
Let me ask you a question. Why in God's name isn't there a museum in Jamaica?
I don't know, you know, there's a lot of things not in Jamaica, you know. Yeah.
Which would have solved that problem also. I'm just sharing ideas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, no.
Or a Hall of Fame. Better
Yeah,
still, a Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hall of Fame, of course.
Uh, we have some place like Java and some other places who give us some little some accolades and all of these things. I have a few. I get something from the the Prime Minister of Jamaica, and
Talk about them thing there, man.
I get a lot of stuff. Even when I was in New York, and I got something from from some people from the Congress and the mayor in New York.
Oh, that recently.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, you know.
What award was that?
Eh?
That was in New York?
Yeah, that was in New York. Yes. Yeah, a few weeks ago. It was around the independent time. Yeah. But it's a form of Jamaica independence celebration. Yeah. Something like that. I got a lot of little stuff on my walls and all of these things. You know. What I want to get now is some money, really, you know. Yeah.
That's it, and that's why we kind of try to address that situation. With, you know, especially the music you've done in the past, because that is supposed to have been your pension.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you should be sitting comfortably as a millionaire by now.
Yeah, I should. But the money is out there, but I don't get it. But I have people looking about it for me at this moment.
I bet you there's millions out there for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to get some of it so I can drink 2 rum out of it before I go away and all of that. You know?
Yeah.
I hear you.
So I hope them hurry up and give me it, you know? Like I can drink a rum and a beer and all of that.
Right. And yeah. So you spend a little time in Canada, and in 2006, I do believe you released an album, right?
Yeah.
After how many years of your life? Tell me what that was like for you.
What's the title of that album?
I'm trying to get it was an album you did with Jah Shaka, I believe, Morning Train.
Oh, Morning Train with Shaka?
Yeah.
After
20 years, apparently, you did an album with him.
Oh, okay, yes. Morning Train. Yes. Of course. Bless him soul too, you know? That's a good album, you know, with Shaka. Yeah.
What was it like working with him? What's your memory of him too?
He's a nice person, you know, a Rasta man and all of this thing, you know. But like I say, you know, the music business is a funny business, and you just have to be careful how you do it, you know, and things and all of that.
Yeah.
But apart from that, nice person, and the record is very good too. It doesn't play in Jamaica too much either, but it's big out in Europe and all of that. Yeah.
Right. Sharon, don't let me grab the mic from you again.
Yeah. So then you did. There's a documentary. I'm gonna go look for that because I want to see this documentary now. There was a documentary, 2009, I think it was, documentary on Rocksteady. You were featured in that. Do you remember doing that?
Yes, I was talking about it. It was a documentary called Rocksteady, the Roots of Reggae. I do the narrating in it from top to bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, I narrated it, and then I've sung in it and do interview and all of that.
Yeah, I watched that when I'm done. That's wonderful. And how did you feel about doing that though? That's like a little movie thing going on here. How you feel about that?
It was a little short movie, you know. I was feeling happy to know that I become a movie star and all of that, you know.
Yes. Oh man, that is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So I know we spoke about this in the very beginning, but I have to come back to it. So your son, Squiddly, when your son, you realized that your son wanted to get into the business, right?
Yeah.
What was your advice to him?
I want to tell you the really true story about my son. I was living in Canada and he was living in Jamaica with his mom. So his musical career, I didn't know much about it. It's like I say, it was in his DNA. And then he has his story to talk about do what for him. But I was living
Mm-hmm.
in Canada when he was playing drum in Jamaica. And he started from a very early age because his first tour was with Jimmy Cliff and he was just 14 years old, you know. And he come
What?
to Africa and all of that and played Moto and Jimmy Cliff and all of that. He played on a lot of Jimmy Cliff music and all of these things. Yes.
Mm.
So he started very young, you know. He's a
Right.
big man now because he give me grandchildren and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Mhm.
We got to get him on the show. We definitely got to get him on the show. We definitely have to hear his story.
Oh yeah,
because
he's very shy
he's
though, you
enjoying-
know. Yeah.
Like his father, they say
Yeah.
they say about you that you was a shy man. Oh, you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
shy
I'm shy a
today.
little bit. Yeah. I'm shy a little bit, you know. The younger time I
Funny
didn't.
enough,
Yeah.
funny enough, we have to get him and Santa Davis on the show. I have to speak to Santa soon
Oh yes, oh yes.
because I know Santa does a lot of drumming for Ziggy as well.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Peter Touch.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
You know.
Yes, we definitely got
Go
to get
ahead,
them
Joe.
on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you say? So wait a minute. We have Squiddly, and you have another child involved in music. Which other child do you have that's in the music business?
That's my little son, the one who's make up this thing for me here to speak to you right now. He's making his own rhythms and singing and all of that. He hasn't had anything out as yet, but he's working on it. Mhm.
Right.
Oh, and how old is this son? How old is he?
His birthday coming up, he'll be 19.
Oh, he's a young man. Oh, how nice. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. And he set you up there, your little studio.
Yes,
That's wonderful.
it's him set up all these equipment for me to be speaking to you. Yeah, he's my
Nice.
engineer.
Nice. Nice.
Ah, yes, I love it. Wonderful. Working with the legend. I mean,
Yeah.
where is he? Matter of fact, where is he?
He
Where
may
is
be
the
in
son?
my little son, he's in the room there. He's in his room.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sharon won't bully him up.
I think I want to bring him out to do you know who your daddy, your daddy is. Why you listen? It has to be known that if you don't know,
Maybe he gone to sleep because I had was to wake him up to set up this thing for me. So
Right.
he set it up for me, and maybe he's gone back to sleep.
Right.
but that's that you have that's somebody to help you. And so
Oh, yeah.
along with everything that's going on, you say that you're in the midst of recouping your music. You're in the midst of getting you have
Yes.
people fighting for you.
Yes, I have people in England and all of that looking about my royalties, you know, unpaid
Wonderful.
royalty and a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So, like I say, open one day I get some of it so I can drink a rum and all that before I go.
Oh man, you will see it because
Mhm.
it's overdue. It's overdue, and you're being very patient. Listen, patience is a virtue. It will come.
Yeah, it is, you know.
When it comes, make we all sit down and have a drink. That's what when
Yes,
it comes.
yes, man. That is the same thing I was saying to you know. 'Cause I need to buy some people that drink out of it, you know, and all of that. So, it's good to be having something that you're looking forward to. You know, I think that feeling make you live longer. You know,
Yeah.
you have something you're looking forward to. You know,
Right.
It does. It does. It's a good feeling. I think.
Let me ask him a journalistic question. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And I say this out of peace and love, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel compelled to ask it, right?
Yes.
Do you feel you were stifled in the industry where your money is concerned? Deliberately stifled?
Yes, I feel I was being robbed, cheated, and all of these things, you know. But like I say, I didn't come in it for the money. I come in it for the music. That's why the music is still with me, you know. Because you have a lot of people who made so many money out of my music. And I went to some of them funeral already and all of these things, and I'm still going. So if the riches of the music really keep me alive, so I don't worry about some guy who run and gone with some little money and all of that. As long as I have my life, as I say, I'm a happy man. Yeah.
I love that, but and at the same time, I ask that because look at the hoops you have to jump through just to get what is owed to you. Yeah,
Yes, it's
and there's
true.
some people making money from you. So
Yes.
here's my second question,
Yeah.
right? How would you advise anybody coming into the industry? Let's just say I came to you and I said, "Yo, stranger, I'm coming out of the industry. Can you give me some advice?" What would you be saying to me right now?
The first thing I would say to you, you must try to be original, because to be original, then you last longer. People imitate your thing and and all of that. And the second part is that you should get your music copyright and publish and all these things to secure your thing. So that's what I would say.
Mm. What would you say to um, anybody who wanted to come into the industry, following your footsteps, away from the business side of things? How would you best advise them to look out? What would you tell them to look out for?
Like I said before, I would tell them to look out for there is no more thief. I can't tell them to look out for the thief, because I've done advise them to get your thing copyright and publish and be original. So I would say that over again one more time.
Vocal side. What about vocally?
Yeah, well, vocally, you have to born to do it. It's not something that you try to do. It have to, and most Jamaican musician and singers, and a lot of us never go to a music school and all of these things. We just
Right.
born with certain thing inside of us. So
Yeah.
I would just encourage an artist to keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. Don't look around and say, boy, I don't think I sound good and all of that. Just think that you're a great person and you're gonna be doing well. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Any further questions, Sharon, before we let the icon go?
Yeah.
No, I
Yes.
just want to say that I think that, because of who he is on a spiritual level, you can tell how you're able to withstand the test of time. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
that's what I
Yeah.
do. That's you altogether, because your nature, how you see the world, is
Yeah.
what makes you who you are. You're not grudgeful. You're not trying to step over nobody. You're just are grateful for life itself, which is some people think they can skip through life, right? Not with not a care in the world or taking advantage of people. You have stayed humble. It resonates in your
Yes,
whole
I
music.
am very humble. I never curse out a producer or anybody in the business. I still try to be friend with them. Even some of them don't pay me my money and think I'm smart and all of these things. And I still be friends with them and all of these things. I never curse them out, or sometimes I talk about them with other artists and all that, which is the truth, but I never confront them and try to be a rude person to them and all of that. So I always have a lot of friends in the business, even Mr. Cox and all of these people. Because when I used to sing for Duke Reid, you have some artists, they couldn't go up to Mr. Cox's place and go through his gate. It was completely different for me. When I went up there, you just tell them to let in stranger go, let him come in, and all of that. So I have a good relationship with people in the music business, even up until this day. Yeah.
You never burn your bridges.
No,
Never.
no burn.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
So Miss Mango,
Oh.
what you drinking?
Well,
Rum?
no, sir. I mean,
Just it.
no, rum. Too
So I
early, too
see
early.
you take up your glass and sipping. I think it's some Jamaica
Yeah,
white rum
it's
you're drinking.
hot. No, it's hot. It's
I thought the flask was camouflage,
no.
a
You know what it
camouflage rum tank.
is? And let's wear that. I love my sea moss, so it's my tea mixed with and
Yeah,
tea.
yeah,
So I take my sea moss, good for the health, good for the
yes,
skin, skin and good for everything.
yes.
And it's hot still, so yes, no rum. Maybe later,
Okay.
no rum.
Yeah,
Let me come to a question right here.
yeah,
Anybody has any questions? I'll try and pose them to Stranger. There's quick and sharp questions. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Beverly Note said, "What about the Tom drunk rhythm? It bad.
Oh,
Which which
yeah.
how that
Tom
go?
Jones. I was the first person who sung on that rhythm. I sing
Yeah.
a song called "Crying Every Night." Yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
like these eyes crying every night. I cover
Mm,
some part of it, and then Upton Lewis did Tom Junk on the same rhythm.
mm.
Beverly Note, I
Oh.
love you so much. Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
Tom drunk
Beverly.
by Stranger Cole.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I can find that somewhere. Hold on.
My song is called "Crying Every Night."
Crying every night.
Yeah,
Okay.
some
Let me
people
see.
call it "These Eyes," but it's the title is "Crying Every Night."
Hold on. Let me see something.
Yeah, that's a rhythm there.
Let me play a different. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Hold on. Bear-
Mhm. Crying every night.
Crying every night
Murder.
for you. Crying every night for you.
Mhm. It takes a long, long time for you to be mine. Oh, mercy.
Woo!
So don't cry, my love. Life is what you make it. Don't ever try to break it.
Woo!
Stop crying over me, darling. Don't.
Lord have mercy. You have a voice on there. Every time I hear your voice, I hear some Ken Boothe in it too.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
You hear it
Because
yourself.
yeah, because we do a lot of work together, So
Mm,
I
mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
I I played some records sometime that me and him sing the song, and I can't remember where my voice is. Because I
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
sound so much like him in so much part of it. Mm,
Yeah. I
mm.
tell you what, let me go in a next question before time run out on us on this show.
Yeah.
Um, let me
J
just
Maestro.
this one. I love you even more, Beverly said. She loves you even more.
Oh yes, I do too. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Maestro said, well, Tenstar, you gotta play just like a river before the end of the show. Okay, I'll try and find that one,
He
definitely.
also said, and he also
Yeah.
said that is Stranger going to be doing any shows in London, in England? Are you
Okay.
doing any tour?
I'm gonna be in Birmingham in June. I already
Oh,
booked
you're
for
gonna
that
be in
show.
Birmingham.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to be in Birmingham in June of
Mm.
2024. And then I know other thing is going to come up. But I already have that show for Birmingham.
Make sure when you come, you have a London show too.
Yeah, it always go that way. Yeah.
Yeah, man, for real. Cause
Yeah.
I London me come from.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
me
first place.
too.
That's the first place I go to when I come to England, London. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
I tell you what,
Okay, so when you come to because I'm from London, but I live in the States now. So when you're in the States, you come in to the show.
All right. Yes, I did a show in California the other day too, at the Delray Theater. I think it was in September.
That's too
Something like
far.
that.
Too far. I'm in
Okay.
New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey, close to New York.
Okay.
Too far.
Okay, when you put on the show in New Jersey, I just come and do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Maestro wanted to hear a tune called Just Like a River. I think you did that for Joe Gibbs, right?
Well, it's my tune and I produce it, but Joe gives
Oh,
distribute.
the original, right?
Yes, I produce it. Just like a
Okay.
river. Yeah. And it
Okay.
is distributed by Joe Gibbs.
Right. I'm with you. So did you get the rights to your own tune or Joe Gibbs grab it?
Well, I get some of it, because it's my own,
Okay.
I get some, and I own the rights to it too, I'm the songwriter and I have
Okay.
it published and copyrighted.
Let me give you the 10-star salute. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yes,
Yeah,
10-star
man.
general. And
What?
Miss Sharon Mango. I'm so happy that you have me today because I enjoy the moment,
Don't
Yeah.
go nowhere, Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Let's just do this. Hold on.
La 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 la.
What tune
Just like the river keeps flowing by, and so my teardrops falling from my eyes. Darling, why did you let me cry?
Tune. You know how many people sing that song? I've got another brethren who's passed away now. I
Yeah.
don't know why his name always escaped me,
Yeah.
Because me and him always used to buck up at Jetstar, and
Yeah.
he did a version of that song too.
Okay.
What's his name? Little Cottage in the Grill. What's his name?
Oh, little cottage in the grill.
Remind me of my friend name.
Yeah,
man.
he died though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Anyway, he
remember.
sang a version of that song, and he did it justice too of your
Yeah.
song there.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
everybody knows who I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Of
he
course.
did a version of that tune. But this
Yeah.
one is wicked and well. Tyrone Taylor. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Tyrone Taylor.
Yes,
Yes,
man.
of course. Yeah. Yama Bowler do a version too.
Say that again.
Yami Bowler.
Yummy
did a
Bowler
version.
too.
Yeah, I
What?
heard
You have to
that
get
one.
him to send that to me. 'Cause I
I
haven't heard
think
him
I
sing
have
that
a
one day
copy.
yet.
Yeah, Yama Bowler
Okay.
did it too.
Okay. Wicked. Let's play this one more time.
Yeah, and the Diamonds do it too.
Say that again.
The Diamonds did it too.
That's right. They did. They did.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, you must be going like this right now. Ching ching.
Yeah, I'm waiting,
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Granted. Sorry. Man, they must do something right for you, man. Right now.
Yeah,
Sharon says, can you play Ranjo? What's Sharon say?
She said, play what?
Play Ranjo. 10-star, can you play Ranjo?
Rungo. Okay.
Ranjo.
Runjo.
Yeah, that's the one I did
Cool.
with the techniques.
Okay.
Ranjo, yeah.
Okay. Runjo. Let's see if we can find Runjo. Hold on.
Yes, Ranjo.
You see how other people them love is stranger. Everybody know your music, man.
Yes, man. Them sing now. Yeah, I can just sing the first line of my song and the audience sing the rest of it.
Right.
That's beautiful.
So right now we're going over to Treasure Isle 1965, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Tell me about this one. All right. Well on.
This is a story about a man. This is a
Mashed potato time.
Yeah. Yeah, have
Yes,
to have
man.
leg.
Yes,
Run, Joe. Run, Joe.
yes,
Yeah, that's the skinhead music.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
for
skinhead
real.
love it. Yeah,
Well, you are the biggest idol, I tell you that, man.
thank you very
Yeah,
much.
you are.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
I think Aeon said something too, well, let me see.
Stranger and Patsy. Stranger and
Stranger
Patsy are
and
my
Patsy, tell it to me. All right, let's
Oh,
see if we can find that one.
oh my.
Let me see if we can find that just before we let him go.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's see. Tell it to me. Stranger and Patsy. That was on the Dr. Bird label.
Yes, but originally it was on Miss Pottinger song because a lot of her song distributed by Dr. Bird.
Dr. Bird, right. One
Yeah,
of my father's favorite record labels as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Monty Morris is singing on that one.
Say that again.
Monty Morris is singing on that one.
Oh, that's Monty Morris. Let me
And
see.
a song I call
They
it.
never put his name on there, you know.
No, they don't put the backing vocal name. Man. That's why I was saying to you a lot of music I sing on, but you didn't hear who sing with the artist. You only
Mm.
hear the name of the lead singer.
Yeah. Let's play that one more time. Well, let's
Yes, of
go back
course.
in. All
Yeah.
right. Here we go.
Tell it to me.
As a matter of fact, on the label it says "and the Fugitives."
Yes. Yeah,
Who are the
maybe.
Fugitives? Remind me.
Refugee just the name of our band, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
This one is for Sharon Mango.
Say that one more time.
That one is for Sharon Mango.
Aye.
I dedicate this one to her. Livicate, I
Thank
mean.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, we
Love
hate
it.
to let you go, brother. We hate to let you go.
Yeah, I
You know,
hate to
but
go too, but we soon meet. You know, like I say, more
yeah,
life, and from
yeah.
we have
More
life
life.
there. Yeah, from we have life there is hope. So I soon see you again, and more
Amen.
life.
Amen.
Yeah,
Before
Yes,
we let
sir.
you go, just send a message to your global fan base. Words
yeah.
coming from your heart. Tell them how you feel.
Well, like I said before, this is one is for everyone. I'm feeling good because I have life, and I think that life is the best thing that we ever will ever have, and we should cherish it, use it to make love and not war. More life.
More life. Look at that
Wow.
smile.
Yeah, you got lyrics.
You
You
have
know about
volume.
that?
In my volume 32 T2.
Yeah, they are growing.
Listen, people, we're going to get out of here. We're just going to play
Yes.
one more and then we're going to get out of here. It's been an absolute pleasure
Thank you very much.
to have an
Yes.
icon and a legend all wrapped up in one,
Yeah.
on our platform. It's always a blessing to have you here.
Thank
And
you.
we'd love to bring you back again and again and
Yeah.
again, as many times as possible. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we have to do it for a longer time, because there is much more story.
Yes, man. Yes,
Oh,
man. Yeah. Yes.
yes, for
All right.
sure. I want to
Okay.
say thank you
So
so much. Thank you to Sharon Bentley for making this happen. I can't leave her out of
Yes,
that one. It has
more
been
love
an
to her
honor.
and more life, you know? And to
Yeah,
you
it has
guys
been
too,
an honor.
General. Yes, thanks.
Yeah, definitely see you
okay.
again soon, sir.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. Yes.
You are
Gonna play
welcome.
this one more
One more
time, and
song.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna play this one more time. It's called Ronjo. All right.
Yes.
Gonna leave with Ronjo. All right.
Yes.
Woo, Don Joe, come.
Mashed potato, Sharon.
Yes, I'm gonna do it now. Come.
Okay. That's a little mango.
Yes.
Well, she's my little niece,
Yeah.
little mango niece.
Yes, a little mango that.
Baby mango.
Yes, a baby
No, please.
mango.
Listen, yeah, you should play the music, see?
Okay, people, we're gonna get out of here. Join us
Yeah.
next week, Saturday, I do believe. Next week, Saturday, our
Yes.
guest is gonna be the great Chester Miller. You know about Chester Miller?
Yes, ma'am. My name used to live in Canada.
The man rough and
Oh,
tough, you know.
look at
Yeah,
that.
me know. Mm,
Yeah.
my
He's
friend.
coming on the show next week. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Oh,
More
God
yes,
life.
bless,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
We're out
sir.
of here.
Yeah, more life.
All
Yes.
right.
Thanks. Yes.
Yeah.
Blessings, yes.
Yes.